Hello there YouTube land, I'm doing a video for you today. I'm doing this in selfie mode using my phone. I'm going to talk you through some sub-ohm tanks. The reason being is, in principle we have this TPD coming into their laws coming into effect quite soon. And you're going to basically be seeing a lot of websites and shops doing tanks at really great prices. This is why this video is relevant to you if you're going to be buying a new tank. I mean, I don't talk sub-ohm tanks very often on my reviews, but I'm going to go through the ones I got. I've got more though, but I'm going to go through my favourites, the ones that I use the most, the ones that I like the most. I'm going to link down in my description box to where you can get these, so don't worry, I'll find a nice price for you as well for them. But no, enjoy this video. This is what I use on daily. I do swap around, obviously. I put in some special mentions at the end of some of the other tanks that I don't use quite so much, but I still do like as well. So straight off the bat with the Aspire Clio. This is an animal of a tank. As you can see now, this is the fat glass version with the bigger extended glass and obviously the RBA rebuildable section in it. Why I use the RBA? Because I'm a coil builder, so this is my weapon of choice for a good 22mm tank. It has a great use capacity of 4mm, nice wide airflow, and now this will be a bargain. Now this, you'll probably be able to pick this up for £20 from most places at the moment. With the standard tank, but you can get the extension glass for about a fiver on top of that, and the RBA for about a tenner. So when I had this, it originally cost me 45 quid, £45 altogether. But now you'll pick it up for cheaper than that because the TPD rules coming in, and there will be places that will be doing stock clearances and stuff like that on the Aspire Clio tank. So that's my first one. This is a daily user tank for me as well. It's top fill too. So that's a phenomenal vape. So that's the first one. Roasted, done, down. My second tank that I'm going to go for, one that I carry around me a lot, is the original and quite oldish now classic TF-V4. This has currently got the Q4 coil head in it. This is obviously a higher wattage tank. I've got this set to 85 watts. I find between 80 and 110 watts is about its sweet spot. Obviously this kit, you can buy this tank as a tank kit. It comes with an RBA, 2 coil heads, spare glass, vape bands, screwdriver, and that's it. It comes as a kit. Now most places you'll be able to pick this up now for 25 quid in the run up to the TPD regulations. This is a phenomenal tank with a 5mm capacity and well worth a mention. This is, like I say, I use this every day. It spends its life virtually attached to my X-Cube Ultra as well. And that's a phenomenal vape at 85 watts. So that's tank number 2. Obviously I will link down to where you can view these and where you can pick them up as well. But I'm pretty sure Vampire Vape will have 90% of these tanks that I'm going to show you today. Third tank in. We are on the Innokin iSub-V 3mm version. Now they do an iSub-V 5mm version, but this is the 3mm version, and I really like this tank. Running this on my posh Aspire Pegasus at 60 watts. Currently running cookies and cream, and it tastes really, really nice in this tank. 3mm. It's a top fill tank. The top unscrews off it, and it has a unique system where it basically will never flood the coil because it has a spring system inside. It springs up to prevent your coil from flooding. So I really dig this tank. Plenty of airflow. It's fantastic on flavour as well. and very cheap. Most places now they do a TPD compliant version of this as well, 2mm version. But this one will be at a bargain price from everywhere, £12 to £15, which that's pretty much its price already. Whether or not you can get it cheaper, I don't know, but I will link down to where you can pick this one up. This is the 3mm version of this tank. All mod cons. This is a 22mm wide tank. The TFV4 was a 24.5mm wide tank, and the Cleto is a 22mm wide tank as well. Fantastic airflow on this. Really, really dig that. Delrin heat resistant drip tip as well. And it never gets warm anyway. The tank never gets warm. So there you go. That's my third pick. This is a daily user tank as well because it's just brilliant at 50-60 watts. Hits the spot. Fourth tank in. The old, well, not old, but you know, the TF V8. I really like this tank. Currently running the RBA in this at 0.2 ohms at 85 watts. It's a phenomenal vape. This tank will be going for a bargain price because it's not that old, and plenty of places will have stock of it that it wants to get rid of. Now this is a 5/5.5mm tank. It does coil heads that can take up to 200 plus watts. My personal pick of the coil heads is the T6, the Q4 coil head, the X4 coil head, and the RBA. Those are what I've been running in this and what I've been enjoying the most. I think the T8 coil and the T10 coil require a bit too much wattage and a bit battery flattening. So with what I just said, you know, the T6, the Q4, the X4 coil heads, and the RBA, those are what I've been mostly digging and loving in this tank. And that is fantastic at 85 watts. So really love that. Obviously this is a 24.5mm wide tank. It bellows out a little bit. I think it's about 25.5mm wide in the middle bit. But it's top fill, big, massive 810 Delrin chuff cap drip tip jobby on it as well. So that's the TFV8. Really do dig this one as well. And last but not least, which is quite an old tank now, but it's the widest tank that I've got. This is the Atlantis Mega. 30mm wide. I run this on my Wismec Preza because my Preza is a 26650 mod, so it fits on it. And this, I really dig. This is a little cloud machine for its size. Got that set to a massive 45 watts. That's all it needs. These Atlantis coil heads produce at a low wattage, a medium to low wattage, so 60 watts down to about 30. These vape great with this tank, and this tank, God, it's been around for at least a year, maybe even a year and a half. And I dig it. If you have a 30mm wide mod, or like if you have, say, a Relow, or an RX200, RX300, or maybe you have like a Lost Vape Triade or something like that, this tank will be a great combo for a pretty wide mod. Even like a triple battery mod, like for example my E-Leaf iStick. I did my battery test that I did with this tank on it, and it worked great and looked great on that mod with a little tiny bit of overhang too, so that wasn't too bad. But again, this has a 5mm capacity and 30mm wide, adjustable airflow on the drip tip at the top up here. Plenty of options on the airflow at the bottom. You can get quite a tightish lung draw, mouth to lung on it as well. It looks the bomb on anything that is 30mm wide. A great all round tank. 5mm juice capacity as well on this one. And obviously Atlantis Triton coil heads, even some of the I think the Vapresso coils are compatible with it as well. So again, a fantastic all-rounder. Some shops will have some older stock of these in still that they will be trying to get rid of. So make the most of that. Again, I thought you'd maybe be able to pick this up for between £20 and £30 from most shops at the moment. Bearing in mind, there are some places that are still charging 40 quid for it. Don't pay 40 quid for it. Find somewhere cheaper, you know, Amazon or something like that. But I will find a link for a respectable price for this, and I'll put that down in the description as well. So that's been my rough guide to TPD, well, prior TPD tank buying guide, if you will. That's what I use. Those are my daily stuff that I like vaping on. Nothing to, Jesus Christ, it's cloudy in here now. Look at that. Smogged out to buggery. They're what I use on a daily basis, really. None of them have been really heavy, you know. Most of these come a spare glass, although I don't know about the old Atlantis Mega. I'm pretty sure you're going to be able to still get coil heads for all these tanks even after TPD regulations come in. Because it would be a bit of a ball ache if you wasn't still able to get them, because obviously there's going to be tanks launched after the TPD comes in. So they're going to need coil heads as well, even tanks that are TPD compliant. So yeah, that's it. Sum up. These are all phenomenal tanks as well. I can't really pick an outright winner between flavour and taste, because I use all of them and I really do enjoy all of them for each for their own individual strengths. But like this Atlantis Mega is a low wattage tank, and it works like, well, it works like a high wattage tank. It's always like a coolish, warm vape. It's never red hot or knocks your head off suddenly or anything like that. So yeah, that's my rough guide to sub-ohm tanks. Obviously the Cleto and the V8, they've got the RBAs in them. You know, the V8 comes with an RBA, but with the Cleto you have to buy them separately. So yeah, keep on enjoying what you're vaping. Keep on vaping. Keep on enjoying your flavours, enjoying your clouds. And keep on vaping, and farewell.